Hey, what's up, YouTube's your host, King Geo. Well, as you know, the elections are coming up next week. The midterm elections are coming up next week. And I'm an independent voter, so I'm not here or there. But I will tell you certain things. I will tell you a lot of things, so you can go into this booth when you go vote and decide who you're going to vote for. Of course, I spoke to my sister the other day. She's like, "Oh, you're going to vote?" And I'm like, "I don't know who I'm going to vote yet." And she did remind me, I always do my due diligence to look up at the representatives. I lived here for 2 years. I don't know who they are. I don't know what's going on. So today I'm doing my due diligence. I go to vote. I want to go do early vote later on during the week. But I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to see who's been doing what with the town that I'm in, who's been doing what in the Senate, and what judges have, what are their conviction rates, what are they, I don't care about what they believe in, because when they believe what they believe in, once they go to court, it's supposedly go out the window, because you're supposed to be impartial. But I will tell you things that I'm not going to vote for, that I myself know that are common sense. If I was in Georgia, I would not vote for Major Taylor Greene, nor would I vote for Herschel Walker. I cannot tell you that I would vote for Warnock, because I don't know what Warnock has done. So I would have to sit down and see what he has passed and stuff like that. I will not vote for no Ron Paul. I will not vote for that Lady Lake. I will not vote for any of them, because these people, all they have done throughout their entire short career in office is spew lies. Here you have a man, Herschel Walker, who tells you that he doesn't want abortion, but yet he gives his girlfriend one, despite what that happened 10 years ago. It doesn't matter when it happened. He's a man who cannot speak, a man who's not very smart. You don't have to be smart to be in the Senate. You have to have character. You have to care, and he's just not very wise. Major Taylor Greene is another woman who thinks that everything has befallen her. If you're not with her, she's like a little puppet. She goes wherever the big guy goes. In this case, it's Donald Trump. She can't think for herself. She doesn't know anything. She says that her husband has proof that there was election fraud, but yet those never were brought forth. And all these people that I mentioned, and more people that I mentioned that I have not mentioned, are the cause as to why Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked the other day. Okay? And that's why several years ago, the Republican member of Congress, when they were in a baseball field, he got shot at in Washington, D.C. on a softball game for Democrats and Republicans. Why? Because both parties like to say lies about each other. And what happens when those lies are believed by radicals? They believe those lies because they have nothing else to do in their lives. They don't leave their house. They don't do anything. So they just glue onto the TV without thinking about what's going on in the world. And they just think about and fantasize about these conspiracy theories, right? About, yes, that it could have been stolen. That I saw a woman on a TV show said that the votes were changed by the machines upstairs in space. That while they were going for Biden, the machine was changing them. While they were going for Trump, the machine changed it for Biden. These are the things that are going on. Now they got you going thinking about Tucker Carlson, and the Republicans got you believing that we're gonna run out of diesel in 25 days or less. That's not true. That's not going to happen. If you know anything about gas, look it up. That's not going to happen. There's a reason why this says 25 days, but they want to take it to more of an extent so you can vote. Okay? Inflation. The Republicans are making it sound that Joe Biden or the Democrats are in charge of the inflation, but no, we're not. Inflation is a global thing. Now, if it happened just here, you can say, okay, it's happening here. But it's a global thing. There's more inflation in other countries than here. We have an 8.7 inflation rate, where other countries like Turkey and Yemen, they have 87.7, 86.5. Look it up. I'm not making this up. Joe Biden, President Trump has no say in gas prices. So whether gas prices are high today or gas prices tomorrow, that has nothing to do with any president. If you look a few months ago, again, do your research, and you look a few months ago where they were asked, for the CEOs of Exxon and the CEOs of Shell, they asked them, are you going to lower the price? Are you going to do something? They said no. They said that their profit is going to go to their shareholders, that they're going to do profit sharing. That's what they said. They're not going to help the consumers at all. And why should they? They shouldn't help you at all, because it's not their business to. Their business is to make money, and if they can take that away from you, then fine. Inflation is up because of big-ass corporations. Look it up. Any economics majors will tell you that. But you guys seem not to want to understand. You guys seem to believe that the Republicans saying that this is going on, that the Democrats are in charge of this, and it's not true. I'm tired of both parties going around saying, well, this happens and because this happens. No. The Democratic Party is telling you, look, this is what's going on. And this is what's happening. While the Republicans are going around telling you different. And then when these two party lies, what happens? You people like that, you get radical people who are going out there who want to hurt you, who want to do some form of harm to any of these individuals, because they believe that theory. They believe that the election was stolen. They believe that President Trump is still president. They believe that COVID only kills 1.1% of the people when it doesn't. It killed 3.7%, 3.4%, or 3.4% of the people infected. 3.4% is a lot. But yet, the people wants to believe in these theories, because it's the only thing they have to live for. They don't go outside, they don't go seek God, or they don't go outside, go seek a friend, or they don't go outside, seek girlfriends. They just stay stuck in their home to do nothing. Look, you've never in my car, I have never spent $1 on a political sticker. I never put Joe Biden for president, Trump for president, Barack for president, none of that, because I don't care. They don't care for me until it comes for election day. Okay? That's it. I don't see none of them going to my house. Hey, King Gio, did you pay your mortgage? Which they shouldn't anyway. Are you okay? What can we as a government, what can we do to help you? Or you know what? It'll be nice if we could breathe a little bit, better air or something to that effect, because I can only control what I can control. I don't want the government giving me a free home. I don't want the government giving me free food. None of that. I mean, amen to those who cannot afford it and need those assistance. I'm all for that. But I can take care of my own. But I'm not going to go out there and say, I would say, we do need universal health care. We do need people to be more on health care. We need everybody to have health care. We need this minimum wage to go up. We need immigration reform to be done over and done with. Every 4 years, we do the same game. We dance the same dance. Why? Because why don't they reform immigration? Because it brings back something to talk about every 4 years. Every 4 years. You talk about illegals entering south of the border, but you don't talk about illegals entering north of the border. Through Vermont, to Canada. People don't think like that, right? It's always Mexico. As a matter of fact, Biden just got Mexico to approve to put, I think it's $1 billion to help reconstruct the wall, to make it better. Biden did that. Trump didn't get to do that. So let's stop blaming the president. Start blaming your senators, because they're the one. Congress is the one that controls the House. Congress is the one that runs the country. The president is just a puppet. Look at what your senators have done. Come on, you cannot go out there and you tell me that you got this right-wing nut job, Major Taylor Greene with a gun and this and that. If you don't know what the Second Amendment is, please don't stand up for it. If you don't know, you still have people saying, "Oh, defund the Democrats are saying defund the police." If you don't know what defunding the police means, then don't criticize it. If you don't know what socialism is, don't criticize it. Because if you go to Alaska, Alaska pays its citizens at the end of the year for the money that they've gained in their oil product. Okay? A socialist country is when you are working for the country and the country gives back to you. Okay? You own a share of that company. Okay? You own a share of, let's say I'm here in front of Sheetz and I work at Sheetz. I own some Sheetz. I own something of that. Like when you work with an airline company gives you profit sharing. Same thing. When Sears when Sears first started out, Sears got their employees shares in their stock. They were somewhat owners of Macy's, of Sears. Is there anything wrong with that? No. Is there anything wrong that you're paying a little bit extra in taxes, but you know what you're getting? You know that your streets are going to be better. You know you're going to get better policing. You know you're going to get your environment's better. You're going to get health care that you don't have to worry about going from, I need to refer to go to this doctor. I need to refer to go to that doctor. And you can just go to any doctor that you choose to go. That doctor is good, and you want to go to that doctor, and the doctor chooses to seize you. That's a different story. But that's what you want. Okay? And then the right wings, the Republicans talking about, oh, you know what? The Democrats want abortion. They want abortion, but they want no time limit. They don't want they want you to have abortion, but be no time limit. They want you to have an abortion until it's up. They're literally telling you that the Republicans are telling you that Democrats are willing to say that abortion is okay up to the 9th month. No, it's not. That's a full-term baby. That's murder. That's a full-grown baby already. You cannot abort that baby unless that baby is already stillborn, or you have the operator change the life of the baby or the mom. You got to choose the mom, right? But this is the fallacy that they tell you until birth. How ridiculous and stupid does that sound? Oh yeah, Mr. King Gio, we need you. You're about to give birth, but we're gonna have to abort. Or you say, oh, you know, I don't want to have my baby. I want to abort. It's already alive. You can't kill the baby because that's murder. It's manslaughter. How stupid can they be? But they don't tell you that part because you don't do your research. Do your research. Look at what your senator has done in your county. Look what your senator or your congressman has done in your state. Look what your senator or representative have done in your district. What has improved in your district for the past 4 years or 6? What has improved in your state overall in the last 4 to 6 years? Think about that. Has much changed? Look at what your representative, look at what your senator, your congressman voted for. It's online. What the nays and the yay, what they voted for. So go based on that. You'll be surprised. Republicans will be surprised of the things that were supposed to benefit them. Okay? Things that are supposed to benefit all of us, actually. But I want to say Republicans in this case. Things that would benefit Republicans. Republicans in Congress said no. Just because President Biden is a Democrat. Now, you're going to vote for something that's good for the people, but you're not going to vote for it because your leader is from a different party? Is that democracy? Those are the people that you are voting for. These young bucks that you got there. These people should not look. I saw a commercial today with Chuck Schumer from New York. This man is still running. He should not be in office. Pelosi should not be in office. McConnell should not be in office. Okay? All these old folks should not be in office. They should be somewhere fishing, doing something, because they don't know what we need. They're already old. They're rich. They don't care. They just want that power to control you. How can a man tell you what you can do with your body when he's not the one that's conceiving? He's not the one that's bearing a child. He was not the one that was molested. He was not the one that did the rape. So that makes no sense at all. It doesn't make any sense at all. And then you can tell the hypocrisy of judges. When Kavanaugh was being confirmed, he said he was not going to touch the Roe versus Wade. When the lady said that she was going to go be confirmed, she said she was going to touch, and they did touch it. They lied just to get to where they're at. But if you look at history, the majority of the Supreme Court has always been Republicans. The judges have always been Republicans. But what I'm trying to get to you at is that you need to do your research before you vote for these people. Just because, let's just say, just because I'm an independent and someone is running in my independent party, then I'm going to vote for that person because that person is independent. No, I want to vote for that person. I want to see what that person has done. I want to see what that person, what he or she has done for the community, what he or she has done for the state. You know, I don't care about what he or she believes in religion. I don't believe in religion. I don't care what he or she did in the past, because the past is the past, and everybody can have a second chance. But that's what I look for. I do my due diligence, and just because he or she's in my party, does that mean that I'm going to give that person my vote? That's not the way I vote. That's not the way voting should be. But here in America, just like in Puerto Rico, that's the way that it is. You're following a guy who keeps telling lies about the voting, about votes, about how he's stolen. He never, everywhere that Donald Trump goes to, he's always talking about that. For 2 years now, he's talking the same crap. The same crap has not changed. His violin like this, the smallest violin playing the same song. His music has not changed. But everybody else keeps wagging behind this man. The things that has come out, the things that this man stood in the dining room in the Oval Office for 4 hours and did nothing when the resurrection happened, that's embarrassing. To see another Republican lady today that I saw her, she said that when she saw those people in the White House, that was the most beautiful thing she ever saw in the world. How stupid can she be? Really? Did she not know that people died there? Did she not know there was a riot there? That was not a peaceful protest. That was an insurrection where you're trying to overthrow the government because things don't align with you. Because things don't align with what one man said. When he knows, President Trump knew, Mike Pence knew, that there was nothing Mike Pence could do. He cannot overturn those. He cannot. But President Trump told you guys that he could do something, and he couldn't. But you guys believed him. Instead of doing your research, you follow the Second Amendment so closely that you don't even know what the Second Amendment means. You have no idea what it means. And if you think that it means that you have the right to bear arms, no, that's nothing to do with that. But I'm not gonna. That's neither here or there. Okay. But what I'm telling you is, do your research. Okay. You want a better country? Vote for a good person. Go for the person. Don't vote because I want to get the House. The House. The Republicans are trying to tell you that they want the House. You know for what? So they can try to impeach Biden. So they can try to do harm to something that he already has accomplished. This man has accomplished 10 million jobs. Congress has. I give both credit. Congress has accomplished 10 million jobs. Congress has brought unemployment rate to 3.5% down. Just the other day, GDP grew. Okay? Inflation is high. Inflation is everywhere, not just in one spot. It's everywhere. You cannot blame any president because of that. It's supply and demand. That's it. And this inflation, who's winning? The corporations. Look it up. Corporations are winning big time on disinflation. They're becoming billionaires in disinflation. We don't have enough truck drivers. You know, there's a lot. Donald Trump said he was going to bring a lot of things back, and he never did. He said he was going to bring back jobs to America. He never did more jobs left than what he brought in. He taxed China. He taxed the hell out of China, and we're still getting products from China. So what did he accomplish? Nothing. Is Biden doing anything better? I don't think so in that part, because we're still seeing things being constructed in China. Things are hard to make here because things here are expensive. Steel is expensive. The only thing that is good about the infrastructure bill was that he did say that everything that was made, it had to be made in the United States. That means your pipes, that means your cement, that means your bars, that means your metals, that means your shovels. Everything that you wear, everything that you use to make that sidewalk, to make that bridge, has to be made in America. So what does that do? It brings more jobs to America, because now more people will be working. It doesn't matter if you're left or right, in the middle. It'll bring jobs to America. And it has these companies who are selling to China or whatever. Now their steels are getting sold here in America. You can feel proud and say, you know what, this was made in America. This is American. This is American made. I felt good when I saw someone said made in America. I got disenchanted one day when I saw a Mustang and the motor said made in Mexico. So people, vote in these 7 days. Do your due diligence. Forget about the party. All right? But forget about, oh, he believes in abortion. Forget about all that. But also vote with your conscience. Women, your rights are being taken away by men. And women who believe in abortion and women who don't believe in abortion, who's saying they're pro-life. Think about it. When was the last time you adopted a child? When was the last time you took a child from foster home and brought it to your home because you felt bad that there were kids out there in the world who don't have a home, who have no place to live, who have no food to eat? Think about that. Some have, but for the majority of Republicans, none of them has ever had. Not even donated to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Not even donated to their homeless shelter. Not even done voluntary work on a homeless shelter. But yet, they want young kids, young women to get pregnant, or when they're pregnant, to have an abortion. Not to have an abortion. And then when they apply for food stamp, when they apply for housing, when they apply for this, they don't want to give it to them. But did you not tell this little girl that she has to have a baby? Okay? Adoption is hard here in the United States. You think it's easy? Why do you think most people go out of the country to get a baby? Because here adoption is hard. So they go to China, they go to Russia, they go to other countries to get a child. Because here in the United States it's hard. They didn't tell you that, right? So think about that. Okay? Yes, you're pro-life. I'm pro-life, I'm pro-choice, I'm pro-everything. But I will not tell a woman that she has to have that she cannot have an abortion. That's not me. Okay? Two adults decided to have sex. They decided to get pregnant, or one did it because the other one came inside her, and boom, she got pregnant. It's her choice. Now it's no longer the man's choice. It's her choice, because the man can say, you know, it's my child too, but you know what? You should have thought about that before. You should have wore a condom. Because most men that say they're going to be there for a child, they're not. They just want to give that facade. They're not. Because if they want to be with a child, they would have thought about it. They would have talked with the woman. You know what? I think we're ready to have a kid. I think you and I should have a kid. Not just have sex, get pregnant. Oh yeah, now you're pregnant. I'm gonna be your father. No, that's irresponsible. Because having a kid is a responsibility. Having a kid takes time, love, and care. Just because you have a kid doesn't mean that you're gonna like the kid. Okay. So think about what you're going to do. Think about who you're going to vote for and how you're going to vote for. It's very, very, very important. Rights are getting done. Like I said before, they say defund the police. They don't even know what defund the police means. That just means that taking the money that they're supposed to get, extra money for doing stupid shit, they're not going to get. We need to fund the police in a way that they get good cops. Cops get trained. Stop hiring these young dicks who thinks that they're sheriff, that thinks they're above the law. All right? Stop, get people that they're going to stop other people because of the color of their skin. Okay? Have people respect police officers so that when something does happen, those people can help the police officers. You know what? This person did this, or we saw this person do it. People are afraid to talk because they're afraid more of the cops than they are the person who did the crime. And this is thing in the street are snitches. Come on, that's old. But we need better cops. We need to fund these cops better so they can get better training. And I didn't even touch the veterans. I'm so sorry. The veterans, they get no love from the government, either Republicans or Democrats. I saw a guy the other day on the news where the cop went up to him. This veteran was crying. He said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm on a suicide hotline." The guy wanted to commit himself because he had PTSD and he didn't know where to go. And he's not the only one. The cop pulled him over. The cop stopped him. He got out of the car. He cried to the cop. The cop wanted to get him help. He did get him help, thank God. But our veterans are doing nothing. They're not doing anything for the veterans. You know how shameful it is that you go out there and you fight for your country. When you come home, there's no psychological doctors to go see you. And if there is, you got to wait months and months and months while you're deteriorating inside. Huh? They come to nothing. Some of them are homeless because the government should say, "You know what? This house is not there. I'm going to do this house. I'm going to make this house for you." I mean, they do have VA programs. You have no money down for a house. But still, you have to go to the credit process. You have to go through a lot. We should. No one has addressed veterans also in these campaigns. And these are the hardest soldiers. These soldiers go out there to war to fight for us. We say to fight for us, but it's never been a war here in the United States from another country. The only one that ever touched us was Japan, and that was Hawaii. But there was never been another foreign country that's touched land here. So when they say fighting for us, they're not fighting for us. They're fighting because the United States is sending them to fight other people's war. Okay, but to keep us warm, we have to take care of those enemies like Al Qaeda and stuff like that. You got to take care of those. So they say they don't infiltrate us. Okay, fine, but these men and women deserve better service from the United States government.